So this is the second part of the book haul from 66 books, and safe to say I did some damage and I got 38 books in the end. And here is the rest that I didn't show in the first video because I ran out of time and there's so many books to still go through. First up we have If Not For My Baby by Kate Golden. I just really love this cover. It is incredible. I saw it, picked it up, and I was just like, yeah, that'll do. We have The Puck and Wrong Man and The Puck and Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. Before, when I went here like last year, I picked up the first two books in this series. So I, of course, just picked up the next two, and I still haven't read the series, so I guess now I can binge it now that I have 4 of the books. We have The Bewitching by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I have another book by this author that I still haven't read either, I think Mexican Gothic, but I've heard great things. Then we have The Bone Raiders by Jackson Ford. This cover was really what drew me to this book, and I don't know too much about it, but you know what? I like going into my fantasy books blind. Then this is a book I actually already own, King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. I just wanted it in paperback because I have the hardback, but I have the rest of his books in paperback. And I just feel like that did not make sense. So yeah, I'm glad the paperback was there. And I then picked up The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I've seen this everywhere and I've heard of such amazing things, so I had to pick this up. I feel like I'm going to have to rapid fire through the rest of these because I'm running out of time again and I do not want to make you guys watch another part. So we have The Republic of Thieves by Scott Lynch. This is the 3rd book in this series. I have not read any of them. I own the first 2. But I just picked it up because it was there. And then we have this fantasy series by Sophia Kim. We have The God and the Gumio and The God and the Gwinchin. I think that's how I can pronounce that. That is probably butchering that, but I tried. We've got this series, and I also picked up Unnatural by Mia Sheridan because I have the first book and I haven't read it, so I just picked up the second book. And then we have this entire set by Lynn Painter. I've never read any of her books, so I feel like this is kind of perfect to kind of try, and I've heard great things. I also picked up some more books from the Shadowhunter series because I don't own all of them and I kind of want to own them all before I binge through it all. And then finally, for the 4 hardbacks I picked up, we have A Heart So Green by Lyra Celine. I have the rest of the series in hardback, so I was just like, I may as well complete it. And then we have Voidwalker by S.A. McLean. I have wanted to get a hardback version of this book because Sunsplitter comes out and I want to kind of get a matching version to this. So I, of course, picked this up. Then we have The Dressage Crown by Sarah Hashem. I know this is the second book and I know I don't own the first book, but I've heard such amazing things. I was just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick it up. And finally, we have Sun in the Morning by Akweke Emeze. This just looks stunning and I was just like, yeah, I'm sold.